Hello and welcome to Mzansi Politics Uncovered channel. Today, I ask the question, is the EFF a government in waiting?
Justice Amoreto on the floor.
Please go ahead.
I thought my nomination was making you nervous a bit. I, Ngabayomzi Lawrence Saziso Kwangwa, ijawe lezulu zigodlwana zemazendala zingalala endleleni kunyembelekile, hereby nominate Julius Silo Malema as candidate for election as President of the Republic of South Africa. I thank you very much.
Order.
The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, a party that many dismiss as just a protest movement, are proving that where they govern, they deliver. But is the EFF a government in waiting? Are they ready to lead South Africa at a national level? Today we analyze the changes happening in Tshwane and Johannesburg under EFF leadership and ask, could the Red Berets be the future of governance? For years, the EFF has been known for shaking up parliament, challenging the ruling elite, and fighting for economic justice. But what happens when they get a chance to govern? Are they just loud opposition figures, or do they have what it takes to lead? Let's look at their impact in two major South African metros, Tshwane and Johannesburg. Hammanskral's water crisis is a disaster that's been ignored for years.
Today we came for a site visit with my colleagues to monitor the progress that has been made at Triplet package plant. As you can see, there's a lot of work that is happening here. Unfortunately, there have been some delays. The rains and some of the technical issues have really set the team's work back in terms of the timelines that we've communicated.
The DA-led municipality failed to act, and the ANC looked the other way. But when the EFF took control of key portfolios, they worked with Action SA to find solutions. Social media is buzzing with proof. Real action, not empty promises. And it's not just water. Under the EFF, non-compliant grocery stores are being shut down, ensuring food safety for communities. Meanwhile, big corporations like Lion SA, which owe millions in electricity debt, are being forced to pay up. No special treatment for the elite. Everyone must comply.
Also identified that they are only paying for one bill. And on the statement, it's written only one bill, but at the back, they have more than 40 bills. It means the other bills, they are not paying for them. I mean, the whole center like this, with more than 40 shops, how can they use one bill? So as the Department of Waste, we are going to make sure that we bring the forms and we issue also a warning to them that we don't want people who defraud the municipality. All of them must pay. The poor, the rich, the middle class, big business, small business must be held accountable. Pick and Pay here in Blue Valley, we are holding them accountable like we are holding a shop in Soshanguve, where we come in when we don't see a compliance issue, we issue a fine, we close the shop. We are going to close this Pick and Pay, and the MNC of Health has issued a fine to them and is going to revoke their license until all is sorted in terms of health.
Residents of Tshwane, we are on our second stop, which is ShopRite at Arcadia. They owe us over 7.4 million rand. They've been sitting on the money that they owe the city, and we just disconnected them, and they know what they need to do. They need to approach us, make an arrangement if they can't afford their bills. We keep hammering the same thing over and over again. Big businesses must do the right thing. They must learn to comply. We are not targeting big businesses, but we are realizing more and more that they've been too relaxed and they hardly do the right thing. So we are asking for big businesses to really work with us. The moment they make the payment or the arrangement, they will be switched back on. I understand that this is going to inconvenience their customers, but we need to do what we need to do.
Yes?
That was the owner of the company. That's the guy we are trying to get hold of.
Okay.
We're doing a cash payment right now. It'll come to my phone as soon as it's done. I'll print it out. I'll give it to you. Simple as that.
They are doing a cash payment.
Yeah.
What we are going to do now, we're going to another company around here. It will take us 20 minutes to switch off there. When we come back, we will find you with a proof of payment outside the gate. Yeah? Thank you for understanding.
I need to fix my stormwater.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Please, fix our stormwater.
Okay, 20 minutes we are coming.
I'm going to send you an email.
The mainstream media won't tell you this, But the EFF is leading a crackdown on illegal foreigners and crime in Johannesburg. Under their leadership, the JMPD is raiding drug dens, shutting down hijacked buildings, and enforcing the law like never before. For years, Hillbrow was a crime hotspot.
We said that we want drugs, you are the kingpin here. We've got intelligence here that brings you here. No, we're going to search the place. If you don't lie, but we are going to put down you there for a very long time.
The EFF doesn't just criticize, they have a vision. Their policies on land reform, nationalizing key industries, and economic justice have sparked debate. But can they scale their success in Joburg and Tshwane to the entire country? What would an EFF-led South Africa look like?
We came in because the Communist Party is a spaza shop, is dead. We came in because there is no alternative on the left. And that's how we zoom in. So we don't exist on the basis of anger and discontent. And that's why when we run SRCs in the University of Limpopo and everywhere else, we deliver to every commitment. There is no anger and discontent. We said to the University of Limpopo, we are going to give every student free meal, especially the poor of the poorest. And then there was noise. Where are you going to get the money? This is rhetoric. And then we went into the SRC. We took the money of Freshers' Ball and entertainment and alcohol, redirected it to giving poor students free meal every day.
We sort of touched on money because one of the big questions, I guess, out of the manifesto was how are these municipalities, which again are cradle-to-grave institutions, how are they going to afford to pay for all of these different services? And you mentioned that you will look for money from international aid organizations. You mentioned that you will look for money from the private sector. To my reading, your manifesto actually squeezes the private sector out of your municipalities. So my question is, who's going to pay for all this cool stuff?
Look, I've always complained that the private sector is not playing a significant role. And when we squeeze it is to say to them, you too have a responsibility to contribute to the development of this country, and not to just come and milk this country and leave it dry. So we're not pushing anyone out. We're saying to them, you ought to play a constructive and developmental role in this country. That's point number one. Point number two, I don't understand why a municipality gets a land. They've got a land of their own. They sell that land to Pick n Pay to come and build a mall, right? And then that's once-off transaction, they are out. In an EFF-owned municipality, there's no Pick n Pay which is going to buy land from us. We're going to say to Pick n Pay, what a wonderful proposal of a mall. We're going to take 40% because we're coming with the land, and you'll take 60%. Let's work together. And then we benefit from that transaction permanently and not once off. That's what we need to do. So when I say politicians must stop sitting on their minds, they ought to start thinking, how do we generate income without squeezing the poor so that we finance our social program, which is empowering the poor masses of our people. There are a lot of opportunities that municipalities can create. They are just lazy to think. One of those, I gave you example of the land. The second thing, I come from Sishiu in the township outside Polokwane. All wards in Polokwane, they've got a park, that entertainment place there. They call it a park. You know, it's the things of white people. I don't know if we really need those things. Park. And then we do a park, and then we hire people to go and look after that park, right? And no one goes to that park from our communities. Our kids still play on the street. They don't play at the park. Why? It tells you that you developed something which is not in line with the priorities of this community. So we don't want a park. That money of the park, please build a clinic which will operate 24 hours. And then take that money you are paying those workers who are cleaning the park, which is not being used, to pay the workers of this clinic, which is going to work 24 hours. You are asking me, where are you going to get the money? Here is the money. The priorities are messed up. We're going to reprioritize and prioritize the needs of our people. Where are you going to get the money for Alexander? Hey, Santen, no more bicycle lanes. We are taking the bicycle lanes. We are going to now give the people of Alexander the water. The money is there. Why would white people fight? I want the white people of Santen to fight and say, this government is taking from us. That anger is going to draw them into meetings. And then I will go and address them. And I will conscientize these white people of South Africa that we all have a responsibility to empower each other.
Why isn't the media covering the EFF's success? Is there an agenda to suppress their impact? While newspapers focus on scandals, the real work happening on the ground is ignored. But the people are watching. Social media is spreading the truth. So, is the EFF a government in waiting? Are they proving they can lead South Africa? We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below, like this video, and subscribe for more political analysis. Let's start the conversation.